International Invitational, our final game of today, the Letran Knights versus the UST Growling Tigers in what should be an exciting and explosive matchup between two proud college basketball programs here in the Philippines. My name is Naveen Ganglani. I will be your anchor and play-by-play guy here for this final matchup between the Knights and the Growling Tigers. And joining us as well from the courtside reporter spot is Flo Del Agua to provide stories and insight for both teams. In fact, we are now going to toss the microphone over to Flo for more information. Flo?
Thanks for that, Navs, and mabuhay for the last time today to all of our Asiabasket fans and hoop junkies watching us out there. This is our final game for today, but something tells me it may be the most interesting as both teams are on an equal playing field, having missed two key players for both squads. For the Letran Knights, their key player Jun Roque will be missing today's match because of a shoulder injury, and on the other side, Nick Caballero will be missing the whole tournament because he is nursing a knee injury. But later we will find out how these teams will adjust to these absences. But in the meantime, back to you now.
Thank you so much, Flo. We'll be hearing more from you throughout this game. Let's take a look at the tournament format for the International Invitational of Asiabasket. We have the teams from Group A and Group B, 8 teams classified into two groups, a single round robin elimination. There will be a crossover between Groups A and B for the quarterfinals, knockout games for the quarters, the semifinals, and the finals. The tournament will take place until July 25, Friday. We're now seeing both teams, the Letran Knights and the UST Growling Tigers, warm up. Let's take a look at the lineups first for the Knights. Key players to watch out for: Nathan Montesilio, Peter Rosilio, George Diamante, Denzil Walker, and other notable standouts like your Dio Cuajao, your Hos Poli, Jonathan Manalili, of course, and Aaron Buensalida, and of course others to watch out for, head coach by Alan Ricardo. Now taking a look at the lineup of the UST Growling Tigers: Kyle Paranada, Nick Cabanero, Fortsky Padrigao, Amiel Asido, Koji Buenaflor, and of course the anticipated debut of Collins Akowe, the new FSA of the UST Growling Tigers. Leading UST is head coach Pedro Harencio. We're now seeing both teams warm up for what should be an exciting game, and it's going to be quite the competition as two teams, Letran and UST, are expected to be contenders in their collegiate leagues. And this is a good way for both squads to match up and find out where they are in the pecking order of college basketball as they face each other in what's going to be a short but very entertaining tournament. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back for the Letran Knights versus the UST Growling Tigers.
Requesting both teams to their respective benches for the introduction of the starting fives. Let us now meet the starters for both squads. First, for your Letran Knights. At forward, number 5, Luis Tapeno. At guard, number 11, Peter Rosillo. At center, number 23, Mark Omega. The other forward, number 26, Jimboy Estrada. In the other guard, number 88, Elijah Yusey. Their head coach is Alan Ricardo. And now let us meet the starters for your USD Growling Tigers. At forward, number 10, Jello Crisostomo. At guard number 11, Fort Padrigao. The other guard number 12, Isaac Danting. The other forward, number 20, Emil Asilo.
And at center,
Number 28, Collins Akowe.
their head coach is Pino Valencio. The referees for this matchup, crew chief Dennis Escaros, umpire 1 Bernardo Bandaya Jr., and umpire 2 Eric Mendoza. This game is under the supervision of our technical head, Liberato Valenzuela.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for an exciting main event, the USD Growling Tigers.
This is your
versus
Asiabasket
the
2025 International Invitational.
And as we can see, Collins Akowe already in uniform and in action for UST, the big recruit for the Growling Tigers in the offseason, strengthening that FSA spot. And the first basket, Akowe misses, gets the ball back, puts it up, misses again. Good defense by the Letran Knights. And something notable here for the UST fans, it looks like Nick Caballero will not be playing for the Growling Tigers in today's game as Letran misses their first shot of the contest. We'll be finding out from Flo later on during the game why Nick is not in action. Back to the basketball game, Amiel Asido gets the start. The former standout for Perpetual in the NCAA high school ranks already with UST. However, he loses the ball, and that is going to be an easy 2 points for Mark Omega. The Knights start on top of this game, and you can already see that the pressure the Knights are putting on UST here in the backcourt. Ice Danting, one of the most improved players in college basketball, gets the start. He has been starting recently for UST in the 2-guard spot next to Fortsky Padrigao.
Pushing foul, number 26.
And speaking of improved players, one more guy to watch out for is Jello Crisostomo, the standout big player who has become one of the best shooters in college basketball and arguably perhaps the next breakout star from University of Santo Tomas. Padrigao with the basketball, Akowe with the screen. Padrigao tries to get to Akowe, but nearly a turnover. Nevertheless, UST will maintain possession of this basketball game. And interestingly enough, all the UST players still standing up in the bench, perhaps waiting for that first basket from their teammates, which is sometimes a tradition that basketball teams have. And Letran, by the way, will not have Denzel Walker in action today as well. He looks like he is not in uniform. Akowe 0 of 2 to start this game. Gets it to Padrigao. 4-3, no good. The rebound by Asido, who puts it up. No good. Akowe keeping the basketball alive, and immediately you can see the impact he has on the court. A foul is called on number 23. That is Mark Omega. That is only or rather, that is now the third team foul on Letran.
Mark Omega, his first 2 on the night.
Sorry, my mistake. That is now 2 team fouls on Letran. Padrigao gets it out to Danting. Danting, top of the key. Crisostomo with the screen. He slips. Turnover. No. Akowe has it, but loses the handle. Yes, another turnover for UST. Omega with the basketball. Gets the handle to Jimboy Estrada, one of the top scorers in college basketball today and someone who is expected to have an even bigger sophomore campaign for the Letran Knights. Good move that time, but could not get the finish. That was Luis Tapeno. Akowe cleans up the glass. Padrigao with the handle. He pushes the pace. He pulls up from downtown. He misses. Now 0 of 2 to start this game for Fortsky Padrigao, the veteran point guard. Danting with the handle. Danting is stripped. And an open breakaway layup. That is Jimboy Estrada. And just like that, the Knights now ahead 4-0. Padrigao with the handle, gets it to Asido, who finishes on the lob, and you can see the value of Fortsky Padrigao's playmaking in that play. With Nick Caballero not in action today for UST, that opens up the opportunity for other guys perhaps to step up. Letran with the handle right now, protecting a 4-2 lead. Jimboy Estrada kicks it out. Open shot is money. That is Peter Rosillo from downtown, and the Knights are ahead by 5. Crisostomo with the handle, gets it back to his point guard, Forsky Padrigao, who drives, who gets it to Asido, who is fouled and will attempt 2 charities.
Blocking foul, number 23, Michael Mega.
And we are now taking a look at the shipping card fast break of the quarter. Jim Boy Estrada, one of the most explosive scorers in college basketball today, with a breakaway layup and easy 2 points.
2 free throws for Emil Asido.
Emil Asido at the charity stripe. So far, he has all the output for UST, all 2 points. With 7 minutes, 8 seconds left in the quarter, Asido makes the first charity. Asido, like we mentioned, a standout for Perpetual in the NCAA high school division, then committed to UST for his college basketball career. Expected to be one of the Growling Tigers' faces of the future. And in the game right now, Titing Manalili of the Letran Knights, one of the best playmakers already in college basketball. Have you been checking out his games? The 2 points inside, no good, but a foul that will send Luis Tapeño to the charity stripe. 7-4, the Letran Knights lead early in this game.
Crisostomo, his first one on the Growling Tigers. 2 free throws for Luis Tapeño.
First free throw, gets the bounce. Tapeño puts it inside. It's now 8-4 for the Letran Knights. Strong start here so far for Letran, using their speed to their advantage against the bigger UST squad. Second free throw is also good. Of course, we do not need to enumerate the accomplishments of Coach Alan Ricardo of Letran in the juniors division and now handling the collegiate team. Akowe inside, still hasn't scored, loses the handle. Letran will maintain possession ahead by 5. 19 seconds here in the shot clock. Estrada will take the ball out. So we can see that UST has a size advantage over Letran. But how Letran will counter that with their speed, we shall find out. Manalili with the handle, looking for a teammate. Gets it inside. What a beautiful pass. And what a strong finish for Kevin Santos. And there, right away, you see the value of a Manalili. As we take a look at the Blitz Nutrition assist of the game, beautiful pass, little space, and still found a way to get the handle to his teammate.
Bonus free throw for Kevin Santos.
Kevin Santos at the foul stripe. First charity, or rather the N1 charity, no good. Akowe cleans up the glass. Here comes UST. Crisostomo with the handle. Numbers advantage for the Tigers. Padrigao, will he make his first 3? Yes, he does. He's now 1 of 3 downtown. Santos with the handle. Akowe, his defensive assignment. Estrada looking for a teammate. Estrada will drive. Estrada is called for traveling. (7-11) is the score early on. The Letran Knights lead the UST Growling Tigers by 4. Padrigao gets the handle, or rather, gets it to Lemit. Yes, Lemit. Nice to see him back in action after being injured the last few weeks. Forsky gets it out. Asido, he is a knockdown shooter but misses that one. Crisostomo cannot keep the ball alive for UST. Here come the Letran Knights. Ooh, everything but the finish for Luis Tapeño. And it looks like this ball is going to UST side.
Pushing foul, number 26 is Jimboy Estrada. In second, 4 on the Knights.
2 fouls now on Jimboy Estrada, and it looks like he will be subbed in by Deo Quahao. 14 fouls on this quarter for the Letran Knights. So the next foul will put Letran in the penalty. Meanwhile, for USD, Kyle Paranada checks in for Fort Smith Padrigal. Leland Estacio also in the game, along with Colin Sacowe, Jello Crisostomo, and Mark Lemit. Letran's pressure there in the backcourt, forcing the turnover. Another turnover here for UST. I believe that might be their fourth already of this contest.
Ranger Gamad coming in for that. Shot clock at 14 seconds.
Gamad now checking in for the Letran Knights in this game. He has the handle. Manalili still in the contest. Kevin Santos against the larger Akowe. Thinks twice about posting him up. Instead, will face up, will pull up, but cannot get the finish. Rebound to Lemit. The Growling Tigers now pushing the pace. Akowe still to score in this contest. And a foul on Manalili. That is the 5th team foul on Letran. That will send Mark Lemit to the charity stripe.
Penalty. First foul on Moses Manalini. 2 free throws for Mike Lemit.
Mark Lemit taking his first free throws of the game. Like we mentioned, just recently recovering from an injury. First charity is good. It rolls in. Lemit puts it up and puts it in. Manalili with the handle, Lemit with the defensive assignment. Wow, top of the key, and a foul is going to be called on UST. That is just their 13th foul of the quarter.
His first 3 on the Growling Tigers.
So 3 team fouls on UST now. Letran already in penalty with a few minutes left here to go in the first period. Manalili with the handle. Lemit, the defensive assignment. Manalili goes to work. He drives, tries to get to a teammate, but it ends up being a turnover. However, Letran manages to get the possession back. And Lemit nearly with the deflection, or rather nearly with the steal. 14 seconds left here on the shot clock for Letran.
Shot clock at 22 seconds.
Rather, 22 seconds on the shot clock. The referee's looking at the tape to make sure that they got that in order. Manalili gets the basketball to his teammate, gets it back. Santos out for the screen, a double screen. Manalili gets it to his teammate. That is Tapeño. Tapeño spins. Tapeño, a couple of fakes to Santos. The midi is money.
Kevin Santos!
And early on, we're seeing Kevin Santos look to bring Colin Sacowe maybe a little away from his comfort zone of defending underneath the rim. And Letran with the pressure defense in the backcourt, stalling the UST offense. It's a 4-point lead for Letran. 4.5 left here in the first period. Akowe against the smaller Santos, faces the double, kicks it out. Lemit from downtown, no good. Akowe is fouled on the rebound attempt. And that is going to put, or rather, no. Is it? Yes, it's a foul on Letran, that is right. Colin Akowe will have the opportunity to get his first charities of the game at the foul stripe.
2 free throws for Colin Akowe.
Akowe, of course, won the Best FSA Award in the UAAP High School Division for season 87. Misses at first free throw. Was the league MVP in the high school division in season 86. Both seasons leading the NU Bullpups to the finals. Will he get his first point as a Growling Tiger? No, he does not. Akowe is still looking for his first scoring output in a UST uniform. Manalili with the handle. Gets the ball back. One of the top premier playmakers already in college ball. The move, however, loses the ball on the way up. Santos gets it back and finds a way to put it in the hole. And Letran has extended their lead up to 6. USC struggling to find rhythm on offense. Paranada gets the ball out. That is Estacio looking for a teammate. Lemit providing the screen. Estacio denies it, kicks it out. Paranada from downtown, no good. Lemit with the follow-up, no good. The ball ends up with Manalili. Here come the Knights. They have a numbers advantage. Manalili gets it back. The pass, the finish. Gamad puts Letran up by 8. And again, the playmaking of Manalili on full display. Akowe with the handle. Santos against him. Akowe on the drive. Akowe on the finish. And there you go. The first basket of Collins Akowe for the USD Growling Tigers. Getting an advantage in the paint and taking advantage of it.
Number 4, Kevin Santos. Koji with a 4. Coming in for the Growling Tigers. Bonus free throw for Collins Akowe.
We now have Koji Buenaflor checking into this game for UST, as well as Michael Mara. Lemit with the follow-up after the offensive rebound, however, no good. 17-11 the lead for the Letran Knights. We are live here from the Playtime FilOil Center in San Juan. Manalili, he's been great playmaking so far. Kwahao, top of the key. Cannot give him even a little bit of space. He is too good of a knockdown shooter. And Manalili forces the turnover and will go to the charity stripe. So right away, you see the incredible immediate impact of Letran's star in the making.
Michael Mara coming in for Collins Akowe.
Right there, we see Kwahao knocking down the shot off the pin down and the top of the key. Manalili misses the first charity. Letran, however, enjoying a 9-point lead right now. Let's see if UST can find a way to trim this as we get closer to the end of the first period. Manalili's second free throw is good. 10-point lead, the first double-digit advantage of the game for either team. Checking in now, Nate Montesilo of the Letran Knights, as well as Cyrex Silorio. UST going with a smaller unit as Michael Mara is playing the 5. Paranada with the handle, gets it to Lemit, who is open from the corner and is able to knock it down.
Mark Lemit, 3!
Montesilio calling out the play for the Letran Knights. They are ahead by 7. Kwahao, will he get it to the post to Santos? No, he kicks it back outside. Gamad with the handle. Silorio kicks it back outside. Gamad puts it up, but no good as the shot clock was expiring. However, another possession here for Letran. Gamad, he takes another 3, and this time he knocks it in. And just like that, Letran is back up by 10. UST, you're seeing them try to push the pace as much as possible. Lemit puts it up, but will get 2 free throws. We also want to mention this is the 4th installment of the international tournament of Asiabasket since 2022. The first 2 in 2022 and 2023 took place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Now the games are here at the Playtime FilOil Center in San Juan. If you want to watch live, see guys like Manalili or Lemit in action. Ticket prices are as follows: 200 pesos ringside, 100 pesos lower box, and 50 pesos upper box. Lemit makes both free throws, cutting the lead to 8 and scoring 5 straight markers, nearly forcing the turnover, and it looks like he did.
Charles Boksit,
a standout of UST's high school program, like Buenaflor, now checking into this game as we get a break in action. Right now, the score 24-16, the Letran Knights leading the UST Growling Tigers. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Mabuhay, you're still watching the Asiabasket 2025 International Invitational, and earlier UST expressed that they feel very lucky to get the commitment of one Collins Akowe. But when I spoke to Collins about it, he told me that I am the one who feels privileged. I also asked him what made him say yes to Coach Pido's squad after shining in a different school, and he told me it's an incredible feeling to be in the atmosphere of such a competitive team, and he feels very excited to be wearing official Growling Tigers uniform for the very first time. Your thoughts on that, now?
Thank you, Flo, for that report. And yes, of course, for the UST community, it should be very exciting to see what Colin Sakoe can provide following the departure of their former FSA, Motong Kara. Collins provides instant impact, I would say, in the paint in terms of defensive and offensive contributions. And we shall see more of him in this game later on. Right now, an 8-point lead for the Letran Knights as Kyle Paranada with the handle. He kicks it out. The three-pointer by Buxit is good. One of the knockdown shooters for USD's high school program. Now in the collegiate ranks, we shall see how he can contribute to this team. It looks like he's being given an opportunity to prove himself. Montecillo with the handle to Gamad. Let's see what the Letran Knights run here. An elevator play, however, Quahao cannot get open. Gamad back to Montecillo. Montecillo will drive. The hesitation, the pass. Santos once again. Kevin Santos puts Letran back up by 7. He has had an impressive first stint here in this contest. Lemit with the handle. He has scored 5 points so far in this game. He drives, he stops, he puts it up, but he is called for the offensive foul.
Offensive foul, number 14.
High scoring output here for both teams, combining already for 45 points with 2 minutes left in the first period. Montecillo now with the basketball. Lemon to the defensive assignment. Gamad gets it to Quahao. Will he hit another 3? Yes, he does. 2 3-point shots now for Deo Quahao from the top of the key, and the Letran lead is back up to 10. They have been in control of this game from start to finish. Paranada maneuvering. He hasn't scored yet. Buenaflor inside. Misses the bunny. And Letran with a chance to extend this lead further. Montecillo with the handle. Montecillo looking for a teammate. Are they looking to get the ball back to Quahao? Yes, they are. Quahao, he takes the 3. Quahao, no good that time, but Santos with the pull-up on the offensive rebound. It is good. And Letran is ahead by 12, and the Letran bench is loving it. Buenaflor, last possession of the quarter for USD. He drives, he's fouled, he gets the basket, plus the continuation.
Number 4, Kevin Santos.
So a strong start here for Kevin Santos of the Letran Knights as we look at this pull-up jumper, and he makes it. On the other end, however, Koji Buenaflor able to respond right away. And now he goes to the free throw line for the end one opportunity. Buenaflor, the standout for UST's high school team. The free throw is money. 9-point lead for the Letran Knights. 4.5 seconds left here in the first period. Montecillo gets the handle. Akowe is able to take it away, and that marks the end of the first quarter. Letran on fire to start this game, putting 31 points in the first 10 minutes, ahead by 9 against the UST Growling Tigers. We'll be back for the second quarter of action. Welcome back here sa Asiabasket International Invitational. Welcome back to the Asiabasket International Invitational sa San Juan Playtime FilOil Center. The UST Growling Tigers versus the Letran Knights. Letran on fire to start the game, putting up 31 points on the scoreboard, up by 9 against UST. Kevin Santos staying in the game. He was impressive in the first period. In fact, in that first quarter, Kevin Santos with 10 points already on 5 of 6 shooting from the field to go with 2 rebounds, leading or all scorers in the game. Koji Buenaflor, was pushing the pace, however, could not contain his dribble. Ironically, right now, sharing the court for UST, Koji Buenaflor, Charles Buxit, and Colin Sakoe. These guys went up against each other in the UAAP High School Finals just a few months ago, and now they are sharing the same uniform for the collegiate ranks. Montecillo from downtown cannot get it to go in. Buenaflor with the rebound. Here comes UST. Ivan Kalum with the basketball. Cannot get it to Akoe. Buxit gets it to the big man, but that is poked away by Kevin Santos. In that first quarter, Letran shot a blistering 67% from the field, including 4 of 7 from downtown. That's 57%. UST won the rebounding 12-8. However, the Knights were able to force 7 turnovers from UST that led to 10 Letran points. UST just 35.3% from the field in the first 10 minutes. Calum to Asido. The ball ends up with Buxit. He hit 1 3-pointer earlier, make that 2 for the game.
Charles Buxit, 3!
A knockdown shooter is developing for UST, and his name is Charles Buxit. Silorio with the handle. Letran trying to get some more points up on the board. Buensalida now on the court, the former Green Archer turned Knight. Midi pull-up, no good. Rebound, however, Montecillo able to track it down, gets it to the big man. The floater is good. That is Cyrex Silorio, his first basket of the game. Asido with the handle, Akoe with the screen. However, Asido picks up his dribble. Akoe looking for a teammate. He will drive instead. He kicks it out. Kalum to Buxit. Another 3-pointer, no good that time. Akoe with the rebound. The second chance opportunity. No good, gets it back, puts it up, puts it in. And right away you can see Colin Sakoe's impact on the boards. Now with 8 rebounds alone for this game, maybe even 9. Buensalida inside to the cutting Silorio. And that extends Letran's lead back up to 8. You can see that the Knights are playing with a lot of pace, a lot of confidence, and spacing the floor really well to take advantage of that speed advantage. Asido with the pull-up, cannot get it to go in. Rebound by Silorio. Letran, again, continuing to push the pace. Quahao, he had 2 3-pointers in the first half, gets his first layup of the game, and now he is up to 8 points. The Letran lead is at 10. And so far, we're seeing UST struggle a bit with the speed and athleticism that Letran is playing with. Buenaflor looking for a teammate. However, the pass to Akoe is intercepted. And once again, numbers advantage. This will be an easy 2 points for Silorio. Letran's lead is at 12. UST needs to talk things over. They will call for timeout. We will be back shortly. Do not go anywhere.
Jello Crisostomo coming in for the Growling Tigers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Letran ahead by 12 early in the second quarter against the UST Growling Tigers. Deho Quahao now up to 8 points in this contest, built on 2 3-pointers and that fast break layup that we just saw. UST looking for answers, unable so far to match the pace and energy that Letran has come out with. Forsky Padragao checking back into the game for the Growling Tigers, along with Charles Buxit, Jello Crisostomo, Amiel Asido, and Collins Akoe. If you're just joining us, Nick Caballero not in action for UST, while Denzel Walker, the new recruit of the Letran Knights, also not in uniform for his new team. However, Letran able to take advantage early on with depth and overall effectiveness from field goal percentage. Akowe with the handle, but out in the perimeter. Buensalida on him. A foul is called. It looks like it's going to be against Letran.
Knocking foul, number 28, Angel Mondaz's first one on the night.
First team foul
14 seconds on
of
the
the
shot
quarter
clock.
for either team against Letran. The Knights enjoying a 12-point lead right now, looking to build on it further. Fortsky Padragao with the handle. Looking for a teammate, finds Jello Crisostomo, yet to score in this game. Charles Buxit with the handle, looking for a teammate. Gets it to Crisostomo. Crisostomo takes the pull-up midi and makes it.
Jello Crisostomo!
First basket of the game for Jello Crisostomo. And for more information about Nick Cabanero, it looks like he will not actually be part of this preseason tournament, which will give other members of the UST team more opportunities. Montecillo with the drive, finds an open guy. That's Buensalida on the move, and the foul!
That's for Aaron Buensalida.
Aaron Buensalida puts Letran back up by 12.
Jello Crisostomo is second.
Second foul on Jello Crisostomo. First team foul on USD, but Buensalida will get the chance to finish this end one play.
Bonus free throw for Aaron Buensalida.
Mark Lemet about to check back into the game for the USD Growling Tigers as Aaron Buensalida converts the free throw.
Mark Emmett in ice standing, coming in for the Growling Tigers.
Also checking in for UST is Ice Danting. Akowe still on the court for UST, along with Crisostomo, Danting, Lemet, and Padragao. For Letran, Silorio, Buensalida, Montecillo, Mundas, and Gazingan on the court.
Pushing foul, number 28, Angel Mondas is second. 2 on the night.
Two team fouls now on Letran as Ice Danting goes to the charity stripe. Largest lead of the game for Letran so far at 13. Danting, however, gets to trim that down to 12 for the moment. Let's see if he makes his second charity as well. Second free throw is no good. For more information on why certain players are not in this contest, Nick Cabanero will not be playing in the tournament as he recovers from a knee injury. Meanwhile, June Roque will also not be playing because of a shoulder injury. Of course, a big thank you to our courtside reporter, Flo, for mentioning that to us. Crisostomo with the drive, the sidestep, gets it to Akowe. That dunk will not count as a foul is called on the Knights beforehand.
Taking foul on number 77, Alexandre Gazingan.
12-point lead for the Letran
Moses
Knights here
Manalili.
in the second quarter as Moses Manalili
Jimboy
checks back
Estrada
into the game.
in for the Knights.
So does Jimboy Estrada.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Kevin Santos leads the Knights in scoring with 10 points so far early in this game. Padragao has hit one three-pointer so far, looking for a teammate. Picked up his dribble, gets it to Lemet. Lemet drives. Lemet, will he score on the reverse layup? Yes, he does.
Mark Emmett.
Lemet, one of the players expected to showcase an improved game for UST here in 2025. Buensalida goes to work, kicks it out. The corner. Estrada with the handle. Estrada facing two defenders, takes the pull-up, and it rattles out. Danting slow to get up. Estrada with the handle again. The short stab is money.
Jimboy Estrada.
Letran goes back up by 12. Padragao pushing the pace again for UST. Danting with the handle. He pulls up from downtown. However, no good. Rebound to Silorio. And here comes the Letran Knights. Fortsky steal gamble did not work out. Estrada goes bank. However, no good. This ball will go to UST.
Kyle Paranana.
Cal Paranada checking into the contest for UST. A team that right now looks like they need some extra offensive energy. In Paranada, we know he can get hot quickly. Meanwhile, for Letran, Tapeño checking back in the contest. Kevin Santos, who had 10 points in the first period, mostly on mid-range jumpers, checking back into the game as well. The Knights have just been given a warning for improper bench decorum. The next one would be a technical foul. 12-point lead here for Letran in the second period. Kyle Paranada against Manalili. Akowe comes out for the screen. Paranada maneuvers. Paranada kicks it out. However, Manalili read that sequence and gets the steal. Manalili drives. Manalili all the way will go to the free throw line, and not exactly a great defensive sequence there for UST, unable to contain the basketball.
His second to the Growling Tigers.
2 team fouls now on the UST Growling
Two
Tigers.
free throws for Moses Manalili.
They still trail by 12. First free throw is no good from Manalili, who has missed 2 free throws so far in this contest. Second free throw is no good as well. So he has struggled so far from the free throw line as Moses Manalili. Padergao with the handle. Letran in a zone defense sequence. Crisostomo, his second shot is good. And that accurate shooting has allowed Jello Crisostomo to earn more playing time for UST so far here in the preseason. 5 points now for the wing player of Santo Tomas. 3 ball is no good. That was a missed shot by Gazingan. UST down by 9. The chance to trim into this lead further. Letran has led from start to finish. Paranada will drive. Paranada to the big man Akowe. Akowe, easy 2 points, goes in. Estrada, numbers advantage for Letran. Easy layup. Both teams, we're seeing them try to push the pace here. Padragao to Lemit. Lemit is open. Lemit from downtown. It's good. Mark Lemit now with 10 points. And right away after making that shot, we saw Coach Pido Horencio tell Lemit to get back down on defense rather than hold the shooting form. Coaching right there by the veteran mentor in college basketball. Letran's lead here down to 6. It was up by as much as 12 just a few minutes ago. Estrada uses the screen from Santos, pulls up from downtown, but no good. Padergao with rebound.
Number 26, Jimboy Estrada.
Jimboy Estrada lagging behind on defense and getting the faking a foul warning. Paranada is wide open from the corner. That ball rattles in. So UST starting to build some momentum. A couple of 3-pointers the last few possessions from Crisostomo, Lemit, and Paranada. And just like that, since the 3 ball is the great equalizer, the lead is down to 3. Manalili with the handle. Asking for a screen, gets it to his teammate. That is Tapeño. Tapeño back to Manalili, drives in. Manalili, the pass to Santos with the jab! Once again, the playmaking of Manalili on display, and Santos up to 12 points for this game. Crisostomo, low pass to Lemit in the corner. Lemit answers back. 13 points now for the UST shooting guard. And a timeout is called by the Letran Knights.
Timeout, Letran Knights.
As we look at the replay of the last play, Manalili with the spin and the dish to Santos. However, Letran's lead up to 12 earlier, now down to 2 as UST has caught fire from deep. We will be right back.
We are still here in the Asiabasket 2025 International Invitational, and do you guys believe in the quote that we may have our own plans, but God's timing is better? That is what Jonathan Titing Manalili believes after his rocky road with the Letran Knights. This player had to sit out during the NCAA season 100 and to the disappointment of his fans. But Manalili told me he continued to do the work double time and behind the scenes, believing in his heart that his time will eventually come. And with his performance right in front of us, he can finally say, I have arrived. Back to you, Navs.
Thank you, Flo. That's a great report as always. Of course, Manalili hounded by injury issues last year. It's good to see him healthy and back in action because he is one of the most exciting players to watch in college basketball. Meanwhile, speaking of exciting, Mark Lemit missed that three-point shot but had been on fire the last few possessions. USD has trimmed this lead down to 2. Santos, the drive, and we're going to get a stoppage in action here. Referee's trying to maintain control of the basketball game. Let's see what they decide to call as we're awaiting the announcement. And while we have this break in action, we should share the ticket prices to watch the Asiabasket International Invitational live. 200 ringside, 100 lower box, 50 pesos upper box. And it looks like the call is a technical foul on Letran's Luis Tapeño for quote-unquote unsportsmanlike behavior. Kyle Paranada will troop to the free throw line now and attempt to cut this Letran lead further. USD starting to build some momentum after a hot start for Letran. Paranada makes the charity now up to 4 points in this contest. The former UE Red Warrior now about to play second season with the UST Growling Tigers. One of the most explosive bench scorers in college basketball. So Letran, which has been quite effective with their offense here in the first half, so struggling to get some defensive stops. Biaquahao coming in, he's already up to 8 points in this game. Let's see what Letran runs to get some momentum back with their offense. Manalili trying to direct his teammates on where to go. 1 minute 44 seconds left here in the first half. 20 seconds to work with. Oh, and a turnover for USD, but Manalili immediately gets it back, kicks it out to Quahao inside. Good ball movement. A foul on USD. That is just going to be their third team foul of the quarter. Looked like Manalili might have had an open shot, likewise for Quahao, but they continue to pass the ball, and now Letran will reset the offense looking to get something going. Amiel Asido about to check back into the game for the UST Growling Tigers. And we're going to get another break in action as the Letran Knights call for time.
Coming in for Jello Crisostomo.
Welcome back to the Asiabasket 2025 International Invitational. We are bringing you this game live from the Playtime FilOil Center in San Juan City. Letran ahead by as much as 12 earlier, now only up by 1 as we enter the later stages of the second quarter. Quahao misses the three-point shot. He had been 2 of 2 from the top of the key earlier, and now UST, with the debuting Colin Sakoe, has a chance to take the lead. Akoe with the handle. Immediately gets a double team, kicks it out. Paranada from downtown. No good. The rebound is tracked down by... It looks like it's going to go out of bounds, but will retain possession with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Akoe probably already with double-digit rebounding in this game. Paranada with the handle. Paranada gets it to Estacio. If you're just joining us, Cabanero out for this tournament with a knee injury. Asido to the corner. Lemit from downtown. No good. Asido with the rebound. Asido gets it out. Paranada, he takes the corner triple. He misses. And Letran with a chance to push this lead further. They push the pace. Estrada on the break. And one issue USD has had in this game has been stopping the ball in transition opportunities. Lemit gets it out. Asido, Estacio, Paranada. Akowe asking for the ball. It said, oh, Asido had an open layup but could not control possession. Here comes Letran, ahead by 3. 32 seconds left in the first half. Quahao does not take the 3 and Manalili will set up the offense. 15 seconds to work with in the shot clock for the Knights. Manalili against Akowe out in the perimeter. Manalili dribbling. What's he gonna do? He spins, he kicks it out. Santos will drive. Santos puts it up. Santos puts it in. 14 points now in the game for Kevin Santos. Last possession of the first half. Lemit will drive. Lemit score. And that marks the end of what was a very exciting first half. The Letran Knights lead the USD Growling Tigers 52-49. If the first half was any indication of what to expect for the remainder of this game, then ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a very exciting finish. Again, Letran ahead by 3 at the half, 52-49. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
You are still watching the Asiabasket 2025 International Invitational Flow del Agua here at the half, and here beside me is our leading scorer, Kevin Santos of the Letran Knights. Kevin, 14 points, 7 out of 8 from the field. Isa pa lang ang mintis mo during the first half. Bakit ganito kagad ka-explosive yung performance mo?
Ina-aggressivean ko lang sa depensa at opensa namin. Yun lang kasi yung sabi lagi ng coach namin aggressive lang. Yun, dadating yung game namin.
Kevin, speaking of being aggressive, dumakdak ka kanina, no? A good sign of confidence. Ito rin ba yung ginagawa mo para mas maging aggressive pa yung Letran Knights against UST?
Doon kasi na-boost yung team namin Doon kami kumukuha ng lakas para makatuloy kami sa game namin.
Maraming salamat, Kevin, at good luck sa inyo. Pwede ka nang mag-warm up sa ngayon. Balik muna sa'yo, Navs.
Thank you, Flo. Of course, Kevin Santos, very impressive in the first half. 14 points, 7 of 8 shooting. As we now look at team stats of both teams. 52-49 lead for the Letran Knights after the first half. They shot 59% from the field. UST not too bad also. 46% in the three-point shooting percentage. 40-31 advantage for UST. UST 8 out of 20 from downtown in the first half. Letran 4 out of 13. Free throws 9 out of 13 for UST. 4 out of 8 for Letran. Turnovers 12-6 disadvantage for UST. Those 12 turnovers have led to 14 Letran points. Rebounding, that's where UST has balanced it out 23-16, including 11 offensive rebounds for the Growling Tigers. However, Letran taking advantage of second chance scoring opportunities 12-2. So, balanced game so far. Letran, their largest lead is 12. UST has, or rather 13, 42-29. UST has not led yet in this game. So we are going to see what should be a competitive second half given how entertaining the first half was. If you're just joining us, no Nick Cabanero for UST in this tournament because of a knee injury. Roque also out of this game due to a shoulder injury. Collins Akoe making his UST Growling Tigers debut. So far, in 17 minutes for Akoe, 6 points and 12 rebounds on 50% shooting from the field. However, 0 of 3 from the foul line. Akoe also with 2 steals and 2 turnovers so far. Mark Lemet already with 17 points for UST, 5 of 10 shooting from the field. And for Letran, Kwahao also with 8 points. Manalili so far scoreless but already with 4 steals and 6 assists. UST misses their first shot to start the third period. And Rosilio on the court for the Letran Knights at the point guard spot to start the second half. Tapeño in the post against Buenaflor, who gets the start in the third quarter for UST. In and out, Buenaflor with the rebound. Padergao pushing the pace. Paranada, instead of coming off the bench, also starting this third quarter for the Growling Tigers. Akoe catches the ball but out in the perimeter, gets it back to his point guard. Padergao with the drive. Fortsky, his pass nearly intercepted. UST will maintain possession. Only 7 seconds left here on the shot clock for this possession. Paranada gets the handle to Buenaflor. 4 seconds, he'll have to put this up. Akoe puts it up and no good. Second straight strong defensive sequence for the Letran Knights in the start of this third quarter. One of the challenges UST faced in the first half was containing the ball in the transition opportunities. We'll see if they're able to maintain, or rather if they're able to remedy that issue here in the second half. Rosilio outside to Estrada. Estrada had a strong first period for the Letran Knights. So far for this game, he's up to 8 points and 4 of 7 shooting. Tapeño with the three-pointer, however, it's an air ball. So both teams starting off quite efficiently on the defensive end here in the third period. Fortsky Padragao playing his final UAP season this year. Has 3 points and 7 assists so far in this basketball game. Lemet to Akoe. Akoe catches it, however, it was too deep. Letran with a numbers advantage. Rosilio with the spin, the pass. The denial by Lemet, however, a foul will be called. And that's going to mean free throws for Luis Tapeño, who's up to 2 points and 4 rebounds in this game. Oh, rather, no, there's no foul. It's going to be a block. So Letran will have it side out. Estrada puts it up. The floater, no good. He gets it back. However, Akoe able to get that basketball. UST down by 3. 8 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Padrigao. Oh, the pass too low for Koji Buenaflor. Turnovers, an issue for UST in the first half. They had 12 turnovers. Lucilio getting the start again at the point guard spot, similar to the first period. Lucilio uses the screen, has Akowe on him, takes the midi, and that goes in and out. Akowe is called for the foul on the rebound. That is foul number... Oh no, rather, the foul was called on the Letran Knights. Foul was on Mark Omega. Not an easy task, shall we say, for Omega to contain the big man, Collins Akowe. Padrigao with the handle to Paranada. Paranada, the step back, it's good. And UST has cut the lead down here to 1. And a foul is called on the backcourt against the Growling Tigers. That is just their first team foul here of the third period. Koji Buenaflor called for, as we see the replay here of Paranada's midi pull-up. That was only the second foul on Koji Buenaflor, by the way. Letran maintaining a 1-point lead. Manalili back in the game. Santos, he has hit that mid-range pull-up a few times in this game. Kicks it out, but the pass a little too high, so now UST will get the chance to possibly take the lead. The Letran bench unhappy, feeling that that pass was deflected. Forsky Padrigao, the veteran, he is asking for the ball already before anyone can make changes. However, not too thrilled when the refs gave him the ball there. Paranada with the handle. Scored the last bucket for UST, starting to get going in this game. Padrigao, will he make his second three of the game? Yes, he does. Forsky Padrigao up to 6 points in this contest, and just like that, UST has their first taste of the lead. Manalili, how will he respond? He's been setting up his teammates very well in this game. A turnover for the Knights. Manalili, however, with his 5th steal, and he cannot finish with the left hand. Akobe with the rebound, and here's Paranada. UST, the chance to extend the lead. Paranada unable to finish on the break. Letran here with a numbers advantage as Mark Lemet is back on the other end of the court. Manalili, the standstill three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Tapeño, however, no good. Estrada gets the follow-up, and we are tied. First tie of the basketball game. Padrigao, no good. Akowe, the rebound. He puts it up, however, loses the ball going up. The tip in, however, puts UST back ahead. Koji Buenaflor, and he gets the steal. UST with possession, with numbers, and another miscue. Game starting to get sloppy from both sides here. Tapeño inside, makes it.
Luis Tapeño.
Tied game once again, our second tie of the contest. Padrigao gets the ball to Lemet. Lemet, of course, leading all UST scorers so far. He is up to 17 markers on 50% shooting. Loses the ball, retrieves it. Lemet looking for a teammate. Padrigao, stop. Paranada with the handle. Estrada with the defensive assignment. Paranada, the step back. And the foul! Kyle Paranada starting to cook in this basketball game for UST. As we take a look at the shipping cards fast break of the quarter. Numbers advantage for Letran leads to an easy 2 for Tapeño. Crisostomo and Asido checking into the game, replacing Buenaflor and Lemet. Meanwhile, for Letran, Rainy Gamad will check into the basketball game. Paranada with a chance to put UST ahead by 2 possessions. And he does that. Kyle Paranada playing in his final UAP season, coming up already up to 9 points in this basketball game as UST up by 4 after not leading for any point of the first half. Manalili with the handle. Manalili drives, tries to go fancy, maybe a little too fancy that time. Asido pushing. Asido on the break is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And you can see and feel that the game momentum is changing right now, favoring UST as Letran is struggling to find some of that highly efficient scoring they had in the first half. So far this quarter, UST has already outscored Letran 12-4. Letran ahead by as much as 13 in the first half. After this free throw by Amiel Asido, it has turned into a 19-point turnaround. Ivan Calum checking into the game. Replacing Kyle Paranado, who gets some high fives from his teammates, much deserved. Manalili, can he make something happen here for the Letran Knights? Quahao, unable to get the ball. Instead, it's a drive and the denial by Akowe. Padregao fouled in the backcourt. That is going to be team foul number 4 for the Letran Knights.
Number 13, Moses Manalili, is second for on the Knights.
Portsky Padregao, the veteran who won the championship with Ateneo in the UAAP Season 85 tournament, now trying to bring back the same magic to UST. The long-range triple is no good. UST, of course, looking for the first UAAP title since 2006. And they have a very good chance to succeed in this tournament as well, the Asiabasket International Invitational. And what a test early on for this Growling Tigers team, taking on a Knight squad that many believe could once again be contenders in the NCAA. Manalili looking for his teammate. Gamad, top of the key. Big time shot.
Ranger Gamad, 3!
3-point lead for UST. Gamad gets a 3 when Letran badly needed some offense. Padregao picks up his dribble. Gets it to Akowe. Akowe with the drive. And he is called for a traveling infraction. So it's a 3-point lead here for UST. The Knights already in penalty and a wide open layup for Gamad. Another sequence where UST gives up an easy basket in transition. Calum with the ball. He drives. He puts it up. No good. Akowe cleans up the glass and gets a second chance scoring opportunity. Letran down by 3, up 13 earlier in the first half. Manalili will go to the free throw line. Manalili, of course, now looking like he's recovered from the injury that plagued him last year, keeping him out of the Letran Knights lineup in NCAA Season 100. However, he looks healthy and ready to go and ready to establish himself as one of the premier playmakers in college basketball. However, today he struggled from the charity stripe and continues to do so. Manalili now 1 out of 5 from free throw range. Make that 1 out of 6. Crisostomo, however, could not contain the board, and Letran will get another opportunity here with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Manalili directing the offense, gets it to Quahao. Quahao inside. Manages to score over the defense of Amiel Asido. USD pushing pace. Letran back on top, and that is going to be a turnover on the Growling Tigers. So just like that, Letran back on top with the advantage. However, they are in penalty situation. UST only with 2 team fouls. Things start to get physical here in the backcourt. Manalili guarded by Buksit. Quahao, step back triple. And a technical foul, it looks like, is going to be called on
Technical foul on number 29.
yes, on
Dale
Quahao.
for second infraction.
That's the second time in this game that Dale Quahao has been assessed a faking a foul infraction, and because it is the second time, this means a technical free throw for the UST Growling Tigers. 65-64 is our score here in the third quarter in what's been a competitive main event for the opening day of the Asiabasket International Invitational. And as Emil Asido goes to the free throw line, he misses. This is the fourth installment of the international tournament of Asiabasket since 2022. The first two took place in 2022 and 2023 in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And now we are here in Metro Manila. Games will take place at the Playtime FilOil Center. Ticket price is 200 pesos ringside, 100 pesos lower box, 50 pesos upper box. Very much worth it, especially if you like your college basketball action. Manalili drives, kicks it out. Gama, top of the key. That is his second three-pointer of this quarter. And just like that, Letran back up by 4. Kalum drives, kicks it out. Asido answers back.
Emil
Asido, the former Perpetual High School star, now up to 7 points in this contest. Tapeño with the drive and the basket. What a finish for Luis Tapeño, and he has been impressive in this game.
3 on the Growling Tigers.
The Asiabasket International Invitational will take place until July 25, composed of 8 teams representing 4 different countries. In addition to the NCAA and UAP squads in this tournament, the tournament also will include squads from the USA, Canada, and Taiwan. Tapeño unable to complete the end one play, however the Knights able to force the turnover, and Tapeño scores once again a 4-point swing that puts Letran up by 6. Buksit, the drive, he cannot finish. Buenaflor unable to get the second chance scoring opportunity to go in. The Knights again pushing the pace. Buensalida drives, kicks it out. Quahao does not take the 3, gets it back to the big man in the post against Buenaflor. Buensalida, post up. The hook shot is good. 5-point lead now for the Letran Knights, 72-67. Asido from downtown, it's good once again. USC shooting has been precise in this contest from downtown, however, they have been unable to stop a lot of these attacks from the Knights, particularly in transition. Letran, on the other hand, playing with confidence. Manalili to Quahao. Quahao does not take the 3. Now he does. And he misses. Rebound to Asido. He just hit 2 straight. Manalili with his 6th steal of the game. The drive, the finish, the basket. And he has a little bit of a stare down for the UST bench after that. 74-70, the Knights are ahead. We have less than a minute left to go here in the third quarter. What an exciting game. Thank you for joining us, to those watching the stream. Buenaflor with the drive, denied once again. And Buksit is called for the foul. And he and Manalili have some words for each other, some gamesmanship. Shall we say that is only going to be the 14th foul on UST. Chrysostomo checks out of the game. Mark Lemit comes back in. He led UST in scoring in the first half. And for the Knights, they now have the chance to end this quarter by extending this lead. Celario back in the contest. Buensalida also in the game, just hit a post-up shot earlier. Quahao, ooh, loses the ball off the catch. Good defensive pressure by Lemit to force the turnover. Lemit wants the basketball. UST with 19 seconds to work with. Will they go for the final shot of the period? It looks like they might. Kalum with the basketball, top of the key. Kalum drives, he's passed, deflected. Asido catches it. Asido gets it back to his point guard. Kalum, the drive, the lefty finish, no good. Buenaflor misses the tip in. And at the end of 3 quarters of action, the
At the
Letran
end
Knights
of 3
lead
quarters,
the UST Growling Tigers 74 to 70. An exciting finish is ahead of us. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
This is still the Asiabasket 2025 International Invitational, and earlier had a short and sweet conversation about assistant coach Japs Kuwan of UST in their huddle for the final quarter here. It's all about doing better. They do admit that they've been making one too many turnovers, but Coach Japs also explains that these mistakes are part of a process as their new and major addition, Collins Akowe, is still adjusting to the program and everybody else is still adapting to this transition. Your comments, Navs?
Thank you, Flo, for the informative report as usual. And yes, the adjustment period will be something to monitor for the UST Growling Tigers as they try to integrate Collins Akowe into their system. However, today so far, Collins Akowe a few more baskets away from a double-double in his UST debut. Speaking of strong performances, Titing Mananlili again will earn a trip to the free throw line. He struggled today, just 4-6 from the charity stripe. Nevertheless, getting there, making things happen for the Letran offense, and now he has a chance to extend this lead further. And Manalili makes the first free throw that time, now up to 2 out of 7 for this game. Letran ahead by 5. They led by as much as 13 in the first half. UST was able to build a 4-point lead there in the third period, but a strong response from the Knights has them back in control of this game. 2 out of 8 now from the free throw line from Manalili. Kyle Paranada back in this contest. He was the momentum builder for UST there in the third period. Let's see if he still has the hot hand. Lemit on fire in the first half, quiet in the third period. Akowe gets good positioning in the paint. And finishes the end one play. Collins Akowe now with a double-double in his UST debut.
First one on the bench. Bonus free throw for Collins Akowe.
If you're just joining us, Nick Caballero not in action for UST, will be out of this tournament due to a knee injury. Akowe misses the extra free throw. Manalili with the handle. He's Knights ahead by 3 points. The trap near half court. Numbers advantage for Letran. Quahao does not take the 3. Gets it back to Buensalida. Buensalida has the ball taken away. Fortsky Padregao with the steal. The dish to Lemit. Oh, and that is going to be a traveling infraction on Mark Lemit. Leland Estacio about to check into the game for the UST Growling Tigers. Meanwhile, for the Letran Knights, Kevin Santos checking back into the game, replacing Cyrex Silorio. Three-point lead here in this contest. The Letran Knights ahead in what's been an exciting back and forth between two teams with high aspirations this year in college basketball. Manalili directing the offense for the Letran Knights, expected to make his debut in the NCAA this year. Quahao hasn't hit the 3 since the first half and continues to miss. Paranada now playing the point. Koe providing a screen. Paranada from downtown, no good, but Estacio with the rebound and misses the follow-up. Akowe right there, a couple of chances, no good. Manalili with a good pass, however, Gamad unable to control it. And Kwahao is able to put up a shot attempt, get the foul, and will shoot to the free throw line.
Third personal. Jimboy Estrada coming in for the Knights.
Jimboy Estrada about to check back into the game for the Letran Knights.
Peter Rosilio.
Likewise for Peter Rosilio, giving Ray Gamad a break in action.
2 free throws for Dale Wow.
Deo Kwahao about to take his 2 free throws. First free throws of the game actually for Deo Kwahao. He has currently 8 points in this contest.
Coming in for Charles Boxet.
Emil Asido checking in for Charles Buxit. Emil Asido hit 2 3-pointers in that third period that kept UST within striking distance in this game. Kwahao misses the first charity. 75-72. Thank you for tuning in. The Asiabasket International Invitational will take place until July 25, Friday. That is when we will have the battle for third and finals contest. Akowe cleans up the rebound as Kwahao goes 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Pressure from Letran in the backcourt. UST able to cross that ball just before the 8-second count. Paranada against Kwahao. Akowe coming out for the screen. Paranada gets it to Estacio. Estacio inside to Akowe, who is fouled and will go back to the charity stripe.
Pushing foul on number 5, Luis Tapeno, his second. 2 on the Knights.
Foul is called on Luis Tapeno. That is 2 team fouls on the Letran Knights. Colin Akowe will troop back to the free throw line. He has missed all these free throw attempts so far in this game. 0-4 is
Number 11, Peter Rosilio, his first.
correction. Peter Rosilio instead has been charged with the foul. Fourth quarter of action. 75-72 is the score. Thanks to everyone tuning into this game live on the stream on YouTube or Facebook. Akowe's first free throw is no good. Now 0-5 in this game. Colin Akowe with a double-double in his UST Growling Tigers debut. His second free throw. And that goes in. Lead is now 2 for the Letran Knights. Basilio with the handle. Kevin Santos, top of the key. Estrada from downtown. No good. Estacio with the rebound. And Tapeno with the steal. However, a foul is called, much to the dismay of a passionate Letran crowd. And that is going to be the third team foul for the Letran Knights this quarter. UST with only 2 team fouls so far. Largest leads of the game, 13 for Letran in the first half. UST went up by 4 in third period. Right now, it's a 2-point lead, 1-possession basketball game. UST with a chance to tie or take the lead. Paranada with the handle. Paranada looking for a teammate. Oh, and the ball taken away by Tapeno. Here come the Knights. Rosilio with the handle. Retreats. He starts the offense. Estrada with the basketball. Paranada with the defensive assignment. Estrada goes to work. Takes the pull-up. The bucket plus the foul.
As it counts for Jumboy
And
Estrada.
Letran goes up by 4. Estrada has been impressive so far in this basketball
His
game.
second 3 on the Growling Tigers.
Second team foul on Kyle Paranada. 3 in total for the Growling Tigers in the fourth period.
Bonus free throw for Jumboy Estrada.
Jimboy Estrada entering what should be a very integral year rather for the Letran Knights in the NCAA this season. 5-point lead now for Letran with 7 minutes left in the basketball game. Ivan Calum back in the contest, getting a lot of run for Coach Pido Harencio today. Estacio with the basketball inside, another steal. Turnovers have been a big issue for UST in this basketball game. The Knights very active in those passing lanes.
Giving it for Letran Estacio.
Jello Crisostomo coming back into the game, replacing Leland
17 seconds on the
Estacio.
shot clock.
Crisostomo has been quiet, just 5 points in this contest. Now the defensive assignment on Estrada. Rosilio gets a screen from Santos. Akowe in drop. Gamad with the basketball, hit 2 3-pointers in the third quarter. Rosilio restarts the offense. He will go one-on-one. He puts it up and he misses the shot. Crisostomo with the handle. Gets it to Calum. Calum with the basketball to Akowe. Akowe goes to work. Akowe puts it up. Ooh, is denied by Santos. Akowe gets it back and scores. The lead is down to 3 for Letran. Akowe starting to be more aggressive, looking for his shot here in the second half. We are live here from the Playtime FilOil Center in San Juan City. An exciting finish to today's action. Letran ahead by 3. Make that 6. Gamad with his third 3-pointer off the second half. Asido with the handle. Oh, and a costly turnover. And that gets Pido Harencio up on his seat, asking Cal Pernada to check back in the game as we look at the blitz nutrition assist of the quarter. Gamad has been key for Letran here. The Knights ahead by 6.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Estrada with the handle. Calum, the defensive assignment. Estrada backing him down. Outside Gamad, top of the key again. No good that time. Lemit with the basketball. And immediately pressure from the Knights. And that is going to be team foul number 4 on Letran. So Letran is one foul away from being in penalty situation the rest of this basketball game.
On the Knights. Moses Manalili coming in for the Knights.
Manalili about to check back into the game, but before that, we will
How
have
UST
a break in
Growling
action.
Tigers.
The UST Growling Tigers call for timeout. This is the Asiabasket International Invitational. Don't go anywhere. We are now back here at the Playtime FilOil Center in San Juan. The Letran Knights ahead against the UST Growling Tigers by 6, 81-75 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in this contest. Letran has led for most of the game. UST was able to take the lead for a few possessions in the third period. However, for most of this contest, they have been playing catch-up. Turnovers have been a big issue for UST. Let's see how they close this out. Akowe, he's been good the last few possessions. And again, the post up that gets him the easy 2 points. Lead is down to 4 for Letran. Manalili, leading his team in assists, has struggled from the free throw line but has been playmaking for others. Estrada with the ball against a smaller Calum. Faces a double team, kicks it out. They go back to Estrada. The short jumper rattles out. Akowe with the rebound. Paranada with the handle. UST down by 4. Calum with the basketball. He will drive. He will take it all the way to the rim. And that gets an applause from the UST bench. First basket of the game for Ivan Calum. Manalili able to cross the half-court line just in time. Gamad, he's been on fire here from downtown in the second half. Estrada kicks it out. Tapeño back to Manalili. Lemit with the defensive assignment. Manalili maneuvers. And he puts it up. However, that will be a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
81-79 is the score. In the main event of the first day of the Asiabasket International Invitational. Paranada, he was on fire in the third period. Hasn't scored yet here in the final quarter. Crisostomo gives the screen. Paranada will attack. Paranada inside to Akowe. Akowe, the fake, the layup. And Collins Akowe, you see right now the impact he can give for UST. The ability to score in the paint. The ability to clean up the glass. Collins Akowe, UST's major recruit heading into this UAP season. Manalili, the game is now tied. Estrada with the handle, back to his running mate. Manalili from downtown, no good. The rebound is tracked by Paranada. And here comes UST, the game is tied. They have a chance to take the lead once again for the first time this quarter. Inside, Lemit, yes, he gets the bounce. And just like that, UST is back on top. Estrada, can he return the favor here to Letran? Manalili just missed a three-pointer and misses another one. Akowe, another rebound. Crisostomo with the handle. He will drive, he will spin, he puts it up and he banks it in. And with that, Letran needs to talk things over. UST retakes the lead, goes up by 2 possessions. 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now seeing the replay of the last shot of Collins Akowe, who has started to catch steam here in the second half of this game. Mark Lemit also scoring, and just recently Jello Crisostomo proving the bank can be open on a Sunday with that little bank shot to put UST ahead by 4. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left to go. How will Letran respond to this late UST surge? Letran has been on top for most of this contest. Manalili against Paranada, but faces the double team, spins and scores. What a move by Moses Manalili. Lead is down to 2. UST with the closing lineup right now of Paranada, Akowe, Crisostomo, Kalum, and Mark Lemit. Crisostomo, he takes the 3 ball, but it goes in and out. Tapeño pushing the pace once again. Letran has done this all game, and Tapeño scores! Luis Tapeño ties the game. Last 2 minutes. What a finish we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Who will UST go to? They go to Crisostomo, but Crisostomo misses the bank shot. Letran now with a chance to retake the lead. Back-to-back baskets the last 2 possessions from Manalili and Tapeño. Who will they go to? Manalili with the handle. Kalum with the defensive assignment. Estrada backing down Paranada. Out to Manalili. The ball moves. Tapeño doesn't take the 3. He will drive. He puts up the floater. He puts it in! Luis Tapeño and the Letran Knights with a 6-0 run to retake the lead. Timeout UST, we will be right back.
Game scheduled tomorrow, July 21, 2025. Still here at the Playtime FilOil Center. First game, 12 p.m. Formosa Tiger Kings versus the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Second game follows at 2 o'clock p.m. Benilde Blazers up against the United Prep Canada. Third game, 4 p.m. Letran Knights going up against Lakas, California. And fourth and last game at 6 p.m., the USD Growling Tigers in the Beda Red Lions.
Welcome back to the Asiabasket International Invitational. We're now looking at the last few plays. First, Tapeño with the shot in transition that tied the game. And then right after, Tapeño with the move and the floater to put Letran back up by 2 after UST had taken an 85-81 lead. Now the score is 87-85 with 1.5 minutes left in what's been a very impressive basketball game. 14 seconds on the shot clock for UST to work with. Who will they go to? Remember, Nick Caballero not in this basketball game. Interestingly enough, Forsky Padrigal not closing out this lineup as Coach Pido Orencio has decided to go with Ivan Calum. Asido inside to Akowe. That is poked away, but Akowe gets it back. The ball to Paranada. He's denied from the corner. Kuahao with the block, and that is a 24-second shot clock violation, which means Letran up by 2. Now with the opportunity to extend this lead further.
Coming in for the Growling Tigers.
Jello Crisostomo checks back in for UST, replacing Amiel Asido. On the court for UST, Calum, Paranada, Crisostomo, Akowe, and Lemit. On the other end for Letran, Santos, Estrada, Tapeño, Manalili, and Kuahao. Tapeño has been the go-to guy for Letran the last few possessions. Manalili with the handle. Manalili drives, kicks it out. Tapeño, the midi. No good. Manalili with the rebound. Manalili with 13 seconds to work with. He attacks Calum. He puts it up. He will get to the free throw line. Titing Manalili. One of the best playmakers already in college basketball. Did a good job setting up his teammates in the first half, and so far here in the second half, he has been aggressive looking to score himself. Remember, when the score was 85-81, it was Manalili's reverse, or rather spin move and layup that started this Letran run, and now Letran back up by 3. 51.1 seconds left. Manalili has struggled from the free throw line, just 3 out of 9 today, but this can put his team up by 2 possessions. He misses, and then he tracks the rebound! Moses Manalili, he is a hype recruit for a reason, and you're seeing why he can make winning play after another. Estrada, this would be big. He misses. Santos cannot keep the ball alive for Letran, and here comes UST. Down by 3, 33 seconds to go. Paranada pushes, he gets fouled, and that is going to mean free throws for the UST veteran.
Lucky foul on number 13, Moses Manalili, his third personal.
Both teams already in penalty situation. 30.5 seconds left. Paranada has been one of UST's best players in this game. However, he's been quiet in the 4th period. The first charity is good. A reliable free throw shooter, Kyle Paranada, the kind of player you would want at this stage of the game at the free throw line if you're a UST fan. 88-86. Letran holding on to a 2-point lead. Paranada cuts it down to 1. We have an exciting finish ahead of us. That's getting a little feisty. On the court,
please proceed to the shaded area in front of your respective benches.
Letran has called for timeout as the game officials are trying to maintain order in this contest. The coaches of both teams trying to make their case as well, as we're trying to keep the peace in this game. Letran called the last time out. They are trying to hold on to a 1-point lead. Looks like the referees might be deliberating if those last few sequences would need further evaluation. We should be hearing from them shortly. Letran was up by as much as 13 in the first half. UST was up by as much as 4 just a few minutes ago as we now see the replay. It started with Manalili and Akowe. And I wonder, once the referees take a look at that, if they are going to feel like it requires further calls. Good job by the game officials, of course, for maintaining the peace and order before emotions got a little too heated. This, by the way, is the debut of Colin Akowe in a USD Growling Tigers uniform in the preseason. Akowe already with a double-double. He has been effective near the rim in the fourth period. That's been one of the reasons why UST has managed to make this a very close game down the stretch. And while we have a quick break in action, ticket prices if you guys want to watch the tournament live. 200 pesos ringside, 100 pesos lower box, 50 pesos upper box. Games will take place in the Asiabasket International Invitational until Friday, July 25. And once again, we're going to take a look at the replay and the sequence of events. We know basketball can be quite the emotional game, maybe a little physical. Especially when it's a heated, close game down the stretch. We're still waiting to see if the referees will decide whether or not that last sequence warrants further evaluation and a call. Coach Alan Ricardo of Letran trying to get his guys to keep their heads in the game. As we're now looking at the moments before Kyle Paranada's second free throw attempt that could have possibly led to that heated moment there. A little bit extra in the box out between Santos and Akowe. And Manalili also got involved. Well, you be the judge. You guys let us know in the comments. What do you think? Does that deserve further penalty, or is it game on, especially at this time of the game? Looks like our referees have made a decision, and we should be hearing shortly about what that is. Happy Sunday to everybody, by the way. Hope you're all staying safe and dry despite the rainy weather outside. And what better way to enjoy this weather than to cuddle up with someone you love and watch the Asiabasket International Invitational.
There was a technical foul on number 4, Kevin Santos.
So a technical foul.
Technical foul on the USD Growling Tigers bench for number 33, Joaquin Laue, for entering the court.
So 2 technical fouls have been caught in this game. The first is on Kevin Santos of Letran, and the second is on Eco Laure for entering the court from the bench in that sequence. So both teams have been assessed a technical foul each. All right, play on. Letran protecting a 1-point lead with 30.5 seconds left in this game. Manalili with the basketball. Manalili with the handle. Manalili drives. The pass is deflected, and now UST with possession. 11 seconds left, 10 seconds left. UST trying to get the lead. Calum drives, kicks it out. Lemon from the corner. It's blocked! It's blocked by Estrada. What a play! What a defensive play by Estrada of the Knights to prevent Lemon from getting that 3-point look from the corner. Letran still ahead by 1. 4 seconds left. UST has called for time and will have possession of the basketball after this break in action. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting finish we have in store. Welcome back to the Asiabasket International Invitational. If you're just joining us, well, you're in for a pretty fun finish. 88-87, the Letran Knights lead the UST Growling Tigers with 4 seconds left. Letran has led for most of this game. UST looking to get this come-from-behind victory. Last sequence, Mark Lemet's shot from the corner was blocked by Estrada. UST now maintains possession with a chance to win this game. Who will they go to? Lemet inbounding the basketball. Lemet looking for a teammate. Lemet outside. That's Paranada. Paranada for the win! No! And Letran escapes with the victory in the main event of the first day of the Asiabasket International Invitational with a final score of 88-87. What a game. What a game between these two teams. So exciting, explosive, heated, passionate. Just what you want to see from two proud college basketball programs going at it. So Letran will start this tournament at 1-0. Tomorrow, they will take on Lakas, California, who lost their opening game against Beda earlier. Meanwhile, the Red Lions will attempt to go 2-0 against UST for the main event of the game tomorrow. That is Monday, July 21. Fantastic finish. What a game from start to finish. And both these teams played well enough to win. However, we will only have one winner for this game, and today that is the Letran Knights. Letran saw their 13-point lead disappear earlier. UST was up 85-81 with just a few minutes left after Jello Crisostomo's bank shot. However, Letran ended the game on a 7-2 run thanks to the solid play of guys like Moses Manalili, Kevin Santos, Tapeño, Estrada with the defensive sequence. Quahao also had that big block in the corner. So what a game from both teams, and I cannot wait to see what else is in store for the rest of this tournament from the Knights and the Growling Tigers. So again, if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, the final game has ended. Letran winning 88-87.
And our Hoop Junkie and Sunday Food Hall best player of the game for our final game today is the one and only Jonathan Titing Manalili. Ting, ang numbers mo for today, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, and 6 steals all around. No? Truth be told, Ting, hindi naging madali yung game na to. You struggled from the free throw line. Pero kung anong kinulang mo sa ibang aspeto, mukhang nabawi mo naman sa iba.
I'm not satisfied sa game ko ngayon. Andun naman, masaya ako, panalo kami. Pero di ako masaya sa laro ko. And yun, minomotivate naman ako ng teammate ko. Yung last play, muntikan pa ako. Muntikan pang nasa isip ko, pag natalo to, talagang sa akin talaga yung kasalanan. And yun, minomotivate ako ng mga teammates ko and coaches ko, na okay lang yun. Natural lang. And yun, bumawi naman ako.
Ting, mukhang hindi ka nga naging satisfied sa laro mo ngayon, no? Pero sunod-sunod yung mga laro natin dito sa Asiabasket. Today is a different day and tomorrow is another one. Paano mo ipipick up yung sarili mo from this?
Una, magpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon, syempre. Nakuha namin yung panalo even though madaming struggle sa team and sa akin. And yun, focus kami sa next one. Kasi nga, di naman dito natatapos yung laro namin and syempre kailangan namin maging consistent paano namin lalaroin yung mga next game pa namin.
Ibahin naman natin yung usapan, gawin natin mas positive. Batiin mo naman yung mga sumusuporta sa'yo at sa Letran Knights.
Unang-una, thank you sa Panginoon. Binigyan niya na kami lakas na makatapat yung UST and ma-overcome namin yung game na to. And papasalamat ako sa mga sumusuporta sa Letran and mga alumni and family ng mga players and coaches na nasa malayo. And syempre yung family ko, yung nanay and tatay ko and sa girlfriend ko and sa family niya.
Maraming salamat din. Abang namin ng mga susunod mong laro. Pero sa ngayon, balik muna sa'yo, Labs.
Thank you so much, Flo, and what a great job by you in this game. As we now look at the remaining schedule for the Asiabasket International Invitational. Tomorrow, the Formosa Tiger Kings against the Adamson Falcons to start things off, followed by the Benilde Blazers against the United Prep Canada squad. Letran against Lakas, California at 4 p.m. and at 6 p.m. UST will look to bounce back against the Beda Red Lions. The games take place until July 22nd, and then July 23 to 25, we will have knockout games to determine who will be the champion of the 4th installment of the Asiabasket International Invitational. And what a performance from both teams in this game, when we expect them to be competitive again in tomorrow's action. We now take a look at the highlights of the game. Again, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Have a pleasant evening. Happy weekend to all of you. And if you want top-notch basketball action, just watch Asiabasket. Good night.